Hey friends, it's Jessica here from Three Rivers Homestead, and I'm in the car with my kids. Say hi, kids.
Hi. Hi.
We are at the dentist. We are waiting for Grace to get out of her appointment, and then we send in 2 more kids and they'll have their appointments, and then we'll send in 2 more kids after that. So it's a couple hours in the car, and this is something that I never want to change. Uh-oh, hold on, baby is fussing. Let me see if I can get him happy. Okay, so as I was saying, there are some things that I don't want to change. Since the spring of 2020, when everything happened, they shut down waiting rooms, and we started having to wait out in the car for appointments like the dentist and the orthodontist and things like that. And at first I was kind of irritated about it because I wanted to be in there, you know, because that's what I was used to. And now we've gotten so used to being out in the car and waiting that is much easier and much more convenient for us, because the kids can be as loud as they want. We can kind of do what we want out in the car, versus our dentist it's a very small office. There was never even enough seats for all of us to be in there. And so I would have to stand and wear the baby on my back. And anyway, so that's one thing I have no desire to go back to. Even though that waiting room is open, we are just gonna hang out in the car until the appointments are over. The other thing that I'm not really interested in ever going back to is grocery shopping in person in the store. I discovered curbside pickup during everything that's happened over the last couple of years, and I've realized that as a busy mom, that is a huge blessing to not have to go into the store, to just place my order at home and pick it up. So we do curbside pickup for Sam's Club and for Walmart, and that just saves me so much time and hassle of having to haul the children into the store. So I will never go back to shopping in person, I don't think. So anyways, we're just waiting. Are you guys excited to go to the dentist?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Actually, I have no fears of the dentist. I know the dentist is anxiety inducing for a lot of people. I actually enjoy going to the dentist and getting my teeth cleaned. I think my children do too. Our dentist is wonderful and our hygienists are wonderful, and they make it fun. So we look forward to this and seeing them a couple times a year. And it's a busy week. Besides the dentist, we have Leela needs to go get her stitches out. Our dog needs to get her stitches out from her surgery at the end of the week. We also have a homeschool co-op day. We have to do some baking for a family gathering this weekend, on top of everything else that was going on. I had some social media work I needed to do earlier this week. And so I thought today, since it's a crazy week and I've been sitting down planning out everything, that I would show you my strategy for planning. How do I keep things straight as a busy mom of 7 with juggling everything that we have to do between kitchen work, homestead work, homeschool, all the daily life and appointments, and everything that I've been doing on social media. So I've found an effective method for myself for planning. I've been using it for the last 6 months, and I thought I would share with you guys to see if it blesses you at all. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna shut the phone off, I'm gonna entertain the baby, and then when we get home, we'll take you along for what we're doing before naps, and then I'll get to my planner. All right, let's get to it.
I have to tell you something.
Oh, forgot to tell me something. What?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. He said bye-bye. All right, so we're back from the dentist. No cavities, we're there. No, so that's great. 5 kids, no cavities. We don't have to deal with that again for 6 months. Everybody's really excited. And now, oh, big yawn. We're back home. Time to get back to chores. We need to weigh the puppies. I showed you in our last video. These are our Boss Shepherd puppies. They're about 10, 11 days old now. And we're going to go ahead and weigh them. We've been weighing them every day to make sure that everybody is getting adequate milk. This right here is Pinky. She's actually our biggest pup right now. She's over 3 pounds. She was 3 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday at 10 days old. So
She's 3 pounds, 1.5 ounces.
Yep, almost 3 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday. So we're going to see how they've grown, and then I'll get on to telling you all about my planner. But all right, time to weigh pups. Julius.
Okay, so Julius is right here.
214 and a half.
Okay, Julius is 214 and a half.
Okay, let's see. Tiny little Queenie. Oh, little Queenie girl. Oh, her eyes are open. Hi, Queenie.
Queenie's eyes open.
Oh, how exciting. Queenie can see. Okay, Queenie is we're going to do Hold on, don't move, Queenie.
Ow.
2, 7.5.
Queenie.
Queenie, look at your eyes. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go tell her.
We're so excited. Eyes are open. Queenie, look here. This is our teeniest little girl. And look, her eyes are open. It's so exciting. Look at that puppy. Hi, big girl. You can see. You can see us. How cute. Alright guys, so let's talk my planner. I think that was my original intent in this video, was to share about my planner, and then I got sidetracked with puppies because we had such exciting news today. So I wanted to share with you what's been working for me, keeping organized in my house, because this has kind of been life-changing for me, and I'm hoping that this can bless another mother out there that has kind of been struggling with how to take care of a large family and homeschooling and keeping all of your ducks in a row. So before I started using this method, I had multiple different little planners. I sort of had like a kitchen notebook that I did for my meal planning, and then I had a separate kind of homeschool organization area. Then I had a separate notebook that I used to track all of my homestead work and things, and it was just kind of becoming overwhelming. I felt like I had little sheets of paper all over my house tracking everything that needed to happen. And I think at the time, I'm trying to think, Benji had just turned a year old and was still very little and needy, and I wasn't sleeping much. And so everything just felt like chaos in my head, and it was starting to reflect that in my environment. And or maybe the environment being chaotic was sort of being reflected in my mind. I don't know, but they were feeding off of one another, and something had to change. And so I said, I'm going to get a planner. I've never been a big planner person. Like I said, I've just had little notebooks and stuff everywhere. I did have planners for my children and their homeschool work, but that was for them to keep track of what they needed to do. I didn't have one for myself per se. And so I said, all right, I'm going to get a planner. I'm going to get organized. I want everything in one place, so that I can just open it and know exactly what I need to get done that day. And I spent a good 3 weeks researching planners. I looked at everything out there, from the cheapest to the most expensive. I looked at digital options and ultimately decided that I needed something paper. I needed something that I could open and look at and touch with my hands and write on. Digital just wouldn't work for me for what I needed it to do. And so after 3 weeks of research, at one point I was going to like make my own planner, and I thought about doing that, just customizing it to exactly what I needed. And then I decided against that and settled on the Erin Condren teacher planner. And I'm going to explain why I got the teacher planner here in a second, because Erin Condren it's a pretty popular planner company. I guess a lot of people get the life planner from Erin Condren. But it is set up in vertical columns, the life planner is, and I wanted something horizontal. Just with the way my brain works, I wanted a horizontal layout in my planner. And so Erin Condren offered this teacher planner. It's designed to be for lesson planning for teachers. I'm going to get out my new one here to show you what the daily pages look like. Okay guys, so this is why I chose this planner. As you can see, I wanted something horizontally laid out because that's just the way my mind sort of works. So over here we have the days of the week, and then I have space right here to kind of write any appointments or reminders, like here's a birthday I need to remember that day, any appointments that we need to remember. And then these columns, because it's a teacher planner, these were meant for the teacher to list classes. So this might be the English class they teach, or this is second period and third period or whatever. But for me, I liked it because each one of these columns can be a different area of my life in which I need to remember what needs to happen each day. And so I actually had stickers made up here, and I'll go through. I'll list in the description some of the sticker companies that I use to make stickers. I wanted it to look nice because that's another part of my personality. If it doesn't look nice and neat, I won't use it. It needs to be organized, or else it just makes things even more chaotic if it's scribbled in. So I had these stickers made. I have a column for my meal plans, a column for any meal prep, a column for any chores that need done, a column for the children and specifically things that are happening. Like, for example, here's a play date that we're going on that day. If one of the children needs to, like if Levi needs his speech therapy work done with me, I'll put it that day. Just any specific items with children. An item for schoolwork, like days that we're taking off, or the kids have their own planners that list their individual work, but if there's a lesson that I need to teach with everybody or a specific activity we're all going to be doing together, I'll list it here. And then I have an area for social media work. And then this area over here is where I can put my grocery lists. And then down here is kind of, since this is a teacher planner, it only goes Monday through Friday. So I use this space down here to kind of write in anything we have planned for the weekend. And then I have these little trackers here for the little boys and some items that I need to do with them. So that's how it's laid out and why I chose it. Let me show you a week that we've already done and how that would look filled in. Okay, so here's a week back last June and July. And so as you can see, on my meals, I put over here listed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I plan every Sunday the meals that we'll have for the week. And then in my meal prep column, I put any work that I need to do to prepare for the next day's meal, or any canning or preservation work that I'll be doing goes in this column. Here is my chore column for housework. It shows what I need to clean that day. This year I used like different stickers to show what I needed to clean, and I found that kind of unnecessary. While it looks really cute, I didn't like that I had to check those off instead of, I like crossing my things off as I do them. So this year I'll just be listing whatever housework and chores need to be done, written out that day. Then once again, here's my list for the kids. Like this day I had to work with Gabriel on a Python project on the computer he was doing, and I sewed with Grace that day, just things that I was doing with the kids. Schoolwork that we needed to do, like here was a history read aloud, there was a literature read aloud that we did, Bible reading that we did, social media work, and then so on. So that's how it looks when it's all filled out, and then I just cross things off as we accomplish them. Okay, I'm going to kind of go through how I customize this. On the first couple pages is where, and I'm blocking things out just for privacy's sake, but this is where I list, personal information, any passwords, emergency contact numbers, and phone numbers here, because this planner sits in this spot in my house all the time. So if the children need access to a phone number really quickly, this is where they can flip and find them to dial in the case of an emergency or something. So all of this is just like important personal information in these first couple pages. These next pages are meant for the teacher to track dates of contact with parents, but I use it to track social media income and expenditures. So this is kind of like my bookkeeping area. The next page is the whole year at a glance, and this is where I track our school days and our days off using these different little colored stickers. These next pages I use to track big homestead projects that I know we need to accomplish in those months, like we'll be doing maple syruping at some point in January through March, so I have that written there. Mulberries are due to be harvested and preserved in June, just whatever normal homestead projects happen in that year. And then as we hatch chicks and I can count out when they're going to need butchered or things like that, then I'll add in as the year goes on. All right, these next few pages, it's just graph paper that I think a teacher would use to plan out her classroom seating charts. I use them for meal idea lists. So I have a page for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and desserts and snacks. And so as I'm doing my meal planning every week, I might have kids come down and they pick what they want for the breakfasts from here or what they want for lunch. These are just common meals that we have. As I mentioned, there's one for dinner, and then here are some snack and dessert ideas. And so this just helps the kids, if it's their day to kind of help me with the meal, they can look through the list and get an idea. And then sometimes, obviously, we do things that are not on the list too. But that's what these pages are for. Okay, and then the beginning of each month, so here's January 2020, it's not filled in yet. there's a blank page at the beginning, and this is where I'll use this for any information for big projects that we have going on. In past months, I've used this for garden planning. I'll show you some kind of filled out months here in a minute. And then on this page, I kind of go through what our daily flow looks like at that point, because if you have a lot of children that are growing, you know that every month, especially with babies that are nursing and with changing nap times, the flow sort of changes. So at the beginning of each month, it gives me a chance to kind of sit down and write out what the flow looks like. I have a flow for me here and a flow for the children, and I'll kind of show you one of those. And then here are my big monthly to-do lists that I write so that I can check them off as they get done. So like I said, I'll show you an example. This is from July of last year. So I used that blank page to talk about some garden tasks that needed to get done. And then over here I had a list of books that we needed to take out from the library that I needed reminded about. And then here is that daily flow that I talked about at that point with the children, what my flow looked like for the day and what the children's flow looked like. And then down here were just my goals. So that's what it looks like kind of filled out. And then the next page will show you the month at a glance. And then you get into your days that obviously I don't have filled out yet. So that is the beginning of the planner. Let me show you some of the stuff at the end. All right, so I'm showing you this from the ones that have already been completed. These pages in the back of the teacher planner are meant for tracking grades, obviously, but what I've done is turn them into reading logs for my children. Here's David's. The children have an opportunity if they read for at least 30 minutes. This is reading for pleasure, not associated with any of their schoolwork. If they do it for 30 minutes a night, they track it, then they get a reward at the end of the month. I know that's bribery, but it works, and my boys were very reluctant readers before we began implementing this, and now they are devouring books, and it's kind of become a habit that they enjoy. So whatever, don't get on me for bribery. This this works for our family. So anyways, as you can see, they track it every day, and that's what we use these pages for. I also use pages. Up here I have some stickers for big cleaning projects, and then the months written out for kind of monthly cleaning tasks. I use another page for that in this grade book area. Anyways, we are nearing the end of the year, and I'm getting ready to begin my 2022 planner, and just since it was fresh on my mind and I was working on filling some things out, I thought I would share it with you because, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, in any given week, I have a zillion things I need to remember between appointments for the children, appointments and tasks for the animals outdoors, homestead projects that need done, homeschool work that needs accomplished with the children, just childcare in general, housework, social media work, meal prep, food preservation projects. I could have 10 lists going at once, and to keep it all see, I can't even talk about it without getting frazzled. To keep it all on track just in my brain was not working. I have to have a place to unload it out of my brain, get it all listed out, and then things go so much more smoothly. So we're going on 6 months now of me using this new system, and it has blessed me, and I just wanted to bless another mother who is feeling overwhelmed. It doesn't have to be this planner. Do some research. Like I said, it took me 3 weeks to figure out which one was going to be right for me. There are tons of YouTube videos out there that will show you what planners look like inside. People will unbox them and go through them. So just look at them and find one that works for your brain. Maybe a horizontal layout doesn't work for you. Find a vertical one, whatever you need to do, but get it out of your brain, get it on paper, and your life will be better for it. As I mentioned, I like to use little stickers to decorate because I feel like if it looks pretty, I'm more likely to use it. And so I've bought them from various places, Etsy shops, Planner Kate, the Orange Umbrella Company, what's this one, Libby and Lou Sticker Company. So I will link those in the description, some of their shops. They have some adorable stickers, and it's just fun. It kind of reminds me of being a little girl in the 80s, playing with my Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper and putting little stickers on it. Who doesn't like to put cute stickers? Like, why write dentist appointment in your planner when you have a cute sticker with a tooth that you can stick in there? Anyways, okay, so we are now nearing the end of December, Adam always has like a week and a half, 10 days maybe off of work in the end of December. It's such a blessing. We look forward to it every year, and we just kind of have a staycation where we clear our calendars and do nothing but hang out and make special memories with the kids. And so I'm spending this last week of kind of preparation, getting all my ducks in a row, getting my planner filled out so that it'll be ready to hop back into life on the beginning of the new year after that long break that we have. And yeah, so hopefully this information blessed you, and I hope this video finds you well, and looking forward to making lots more videos here in the new year with the help of my handy planner, which can hopefully keep me organized enough to find time in my busy schedule to film these videos for you. So, all right. See you later, friends. Bye.